Yeah, and so I'm doing a whole production on it. It's called Coma Walk With Me, and it's all about how my life was kind of affected.
Now,
by
this
my
is the
coma
third
walking.
play that you're doing concurrently at the school right now, Todd.
No, that's wrong. I am directing the students in a production of The Lion King. My protege Pod Tadre is doing his own Spirit Week production about my ex-wife.
And that's someone else.
Yes, that's someone else. It's a 10-year-old boy. It's not
The
me.
big slip this week. I want to talk about the big slip. When we were all there, we all heard about it. Pod was, of course,
We were all
rehearsing.
there and we all heard about it.
Yeah,
as
we were
well.
all there and we heard it because we were there. The big slip. It started going around being called the big slip. Pod was, of course, rehearsing. He gathered everyone. He said, "I'm Todd's protege. I want everyone to see this rehearsal. I really think I've nailed this role of Scar." Well, he's playing a lot of the characters, but he wanted to workshop this Scar monologue, and within it, he said, "Look at me. My name's Todd. Oops, I mean Pod. Oops, I mean no, Scar. That's who I'm playing. I'm playing Todd. Nope, did it again. I'm playing
And this was familiar to you because the exact same thing happened to you about 3 seasons ago.
It did. It felt familiar to me as I was saying it. I was like, where is this? This feels like treaded territory.
But these kind of things happen in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They happen and they happen
Life is
again.
a cycle.
Well,
History
that's
repeats
almost
itself.
why it's
And
cliche. Is because
Luckily,
it
that
works.
all got distracted from because I, or as some people allege, the Scarecrow pretending to be me, burst into flames.
That's right.
And luckily, I got put out quickly. It was no big deal. Everyone said, Todd, it looks like you're just a bunch of straw that lit on fire. This is a scarecrow.
Yeah, they were stomping out the scarecrow. There was no you in it anywhere. It was just loose hay that had been burnt.
And no, that was me. So everything is obvious here. The 10-year-old boy that is starring in the production that's not me made a mix-up where he thought he was me because he's my protege. He wants to be me.
Which, first of all, it's unbelievable that he's so good. Second of all, for a 10-year-old, let's talk about how he skipped all the grades just to get in high school.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he skipped so many grades, and also this really coincided. Pod was absent all week when you were in the coma, Todd.
Yeah, well, that got explained afterwards
By you.
by me. I
Yes.
explained to everybody that while I was in the coma, Pod was so heartbroken that he went to as I explained to everybody,
Romania.
he went to Romania.
Right.
Yes.
To find himself.
And that's why he came back and now he's Romanian.
And he had sent you all the pictures because we all got the email
Yes.
from you about his trip.
I'll look
Pod's
past
trip to Romania.
and I'll look past the varying lighting and how his body was lit in a way that none of the backgrounds that he was shot on looked anything like it. It was to me, it was obviously photoshopped, Todd.
Yeah. And it seemed like the Photoshopper had confused Romania for a very tropical location.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of him on the beach and in front of a palm trees. And I
said,
greetings from Romania.
This is Dracula's castle, and it was just a beachside cabana with a hammock and
So, Todd,
coconut drinks.
Let's ask you a question right now.
Where is Romania?
What? Oh, how would I know? I've never been.
Okay.
I
Good
know
answer.
that Pod, my protege, went, and maybe what you guys know is the stereotype of Romania, which is whatever you're thinking of that I don't know. But what I understood Romania to be was, like, let's say you Google the Caribbean, which is where Romania is.
Which, we have, and all those photos that were in the background were the first 6 options.
Right?
Well, I think one thing you guys aren't mentioning is how exciting it is that my protege spent all that time hanging out with J-Lo on the beach.
Yeah, that seemed crazy.
Yeah.
That seemed really ridiculous.
It did. And those,
we know
those photos also seemed famous.
Yeah, they seemed like her album covers. Honestly, like
Yep.
it looked like she had
Waiting
worn.
for Tonight. It was all of them were stills from Waiting for Tonight video.
No, it wasn't. Because he went to a rave with a bunch of cool lasers, and it was dark in a waterfall.
Why are you protecting Pod so much?
I'm not.
I mean, Todd, I believe you.
Thank you.
I want to get my story straight. So when people ask, because, I'm wondering about my friend too, and I have questions. And when people are yelling at me, Pod is Todd, Todd is Pod.
I think everybody should mind their own fucking business. That's what I think.
Todd is masquerading as a student.
I think everybody, you know what? Why can't there be a successful 10-year-old with whose name is just mine with 2 letters switched, starring in the play? And also, I'm a 105-year-old man that looks... Sorry, I'm a 75-year-old man that looks 105.
Right.
And we have nothing in common.
I agree.
Except we're
Todd,
both fascinated with my ex-wife.
Agreed.
And let's end it here, Todd. If by chance you happen to be the same person as Pod Tadre,
Yeah.
and you felt comfortable at some point telling us privately, off mic, we
would be so accepting.
would be so
I
accepting.
believe you.
You know,
I mean, care if you have masqueraded as a student
Yeah,
to try to.
Bill has played 2 characters in the past as well.
Well,
Yes,
let me
do you
tell
remember
something.
Bethany Hart.
Bethany Hart?
Yes, I remember Bethany, your lunch lady alter ego.
Yes.
Look, I'm going to tell you guys right now. I don't have a secret. If I did, I'm taking it to my grave.
Well, that's all I need to hear.
Well, that's
I think
all.
we should take it
That's
easy
enough
on
for me.
Todd. Let's
I
take
agree,
it.
Sam.
It's getting real stressful in here.
We're sorry.
It's hard. It's it's making me think about emotions, and I don't want to do it.
Sam,
What?
feel something.